Hello guys and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. So after last series ended, I decided we should do a game of HIP, Historical Immersion Project. If you guys don't know what this is, you probably honestly do, because who doesn't know what HIP is? But it's a game that, a mod, sorry not a game, it's a mod that tries to emulate historical accuracy. Never does, honestly, but hey, uh, it's pretty fun. You get all kinds of crazy kingdoms and localizations of titles and cultures as well. It's pretty nice. So we're going to be playing today as this guy right here, the Ildebrando of Santa Fiora. We own two provinces in Italy. We are under the Duke of Firenze, so Tuscany basically. And we are this little guy right here. So, should be alright. I think our first target will probably be you. We could also go after Pisa. Pisa wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, let's go for Pisa. So there's slight different changes from vanilla and after the end. In this, there's a bunch of different, like, what I'd call as traits? Not traits, council, like, opinions or whatever. I don't know what they're actually called. Basically, essentially they add adaptive and moneymaker, which are two different little, like, council whims or whatever. I don't know. However they're feeling. Counselor types, yeah, sure. Because they use it. We got a glory hound and adaptive. Adaptive is just basically because they're more flexible generally, and they generally side with whoever they think is more convincing. Moneymaker obviously wants money. They want to make money. They want the kingdom to make profit. They want to make profit, etc. And yeah, the rest are the same basically. We've got a new couple. I think there's some new laws if I'm correctly. No, maybe not. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem so, actually. Okay, it might be different tech? No, not different tech, that's a different mod. I haven't played this in a little bit since I've been playing after the end, so just slightly refamiliarizing myself with it. So there's a couple decisions at the start of the game where you can set lucky rulers and randomize them and turn to a merchant republic if you wanted to be, set up a new world order, a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm not gonna really do anything. I might set someone to like a lucky nation. I don't know who. I generally like to give a random lucky nation somewhere. Let's go with like. Question, what do I want? Let's give it to an African. I like when the Africans win. So let's bless him with luck. So this guy will get some crazy cool stats and stuff from luckiness. But besides that, I don't think we're going to do anything. Regardless, we have a couple extra mods on, just some like HIP extensions. I'll list them in the description. They're like mend the Eastern schisms. You can mend Coptic and all the other like Christian schism stuff. There's also the King Arthur one, which gives unique events in England and stuff, and artifacts as well. Basically, just HIP extensions and HIP. Let's see. There's also a lot more missions as well. So I think our first mission will be get married, because obviously we should get married. If you played old CK2, you'll know that'll be a normal thing. But yeah, notice how in this game, unlike in After the End, you can actually easily marry people who aren't your religion. So we could become, Jewish or whatever. But what I want to be is strong. Nah, I should probably genius. Genius is better. Yeah, I didn't think there were any geniuses anyways. Let's go with a strong character. We are 32. We don't have a son. It's gonna be rough. Let's go with someone who is Agile. Yes, see, another thing they've added are just like Silver Tongue, Agile, other congenial traits, which are pretty fun. But I think what we're going to do is go with the Perceptive, Agile, Strong, Diligent, Courtier, and Gascon. And we will get a 100 prestige for marrying her. She is House Gascon, and she's... he's a duke, yeah. Okay, let's also set a focus. Probably war, honestly. Yeah, title loss and succession. Okay, idle council members. So, what I do want is to get some good council members. Anyone who will enjoy my court. Oh yes, and also, the goddess Isis is also in this game. I forgot about that. She's always at the top because she's like crazy. Super OP lady. I don't actually think she ever does anything. I don't know. She's there though. I don't know what she does though. Let's go ahead and invite you to court. Need to be, if I remember. Yeah, we haven't gotten the gender laws done yet. So no, you're not worth changing. Also not really worth changing. The only person worth changing is honestly our spy master. Everyone else is fine. Okay, we've converted everything because of course we're in Italy, so nothing to convert. Go ahead and make some cash in our capital. Is this our capital or is this our capital? This is our capital. Okay, we'll have to move them. I wanted to just organize the army simply, and go ahead and get some claims on Pisa. Minor titles, probably want to set up a regent at least. Probably you. You seem good. You're a genius. Yeah, that'd be great. And I think I am in my liege's council. Yes, I am. I am the spy master. Really? I'm good at... Yeah, I am, I guess. I'm currently a zealot. I would... Yeah, that basically fits me. A zealot, yeah. This character... Yeah. Deceitful. You also get skilled fighter. I remember this is slightly different. The UI also has worked around just a bit, which I kind of like a bit more than Vanilla's UI. Right. So let's get into it. Do we want the money or do you want the prestige? Prestige is so little, we'll get the money. Money will give us a nice boost this early on. Let's go ahead and speed up the game. Get a new ambition as well. Let's see. Probably become a formidable fighter. Always like that one. It's a good one. Allows you to become a good fighter. Just this little trait right here. Currently we're a skilled fighter, which is not bad. We get plus 20 combat skill. Basically trained in combat. And yeah, see, it gives us a nice bonus. But overall, generally, 4 speed also, not 3. Some crazy stuff happens up here. There are lots of tiny little nations as well. And it's really good fun. Low burger obligations law. Sure, okay. Basically, we'll be playing this until either week after the end will get fixed. If it doesn't get fixed, we'll just play this, of course. But the mod just might be out of date, so we'll have to check that out. See if it's fine. There's a lot more provinces in HIP. Just a ton more. I think I can actually see county views, but there's a lot of provinces. Flat terrain or rough terrain? What are we in? Well, there's the giant mountain. I forgot about that. Yeah, mountain chain. But we are going to be fighting in forests and plains, which I believe count as, yeah. No good answer to this, but I think forest and hills. So there would definitely be, you know, mountains to fight in. I don't know what the goal of the series will be yet, honestly. I haven't set one, but I think it'll be at least to unite Italy at minimum. Need the banner, and then maybe go further from there if I feel like it. I've noticed my liege Duke Adalberto clumsily spying on me lately. It probably has something to do with his unhealthy obsession with intrigue and an overly suspicious mind. I should be careful. Yeah, probably should be careful. Over the last week, I've observed my spy master, Vincero, carefully and found nothing further to arouse my suspicion. Perhaps I'll just have to accept that odd behavior goes with the job. Okay. What's this? Okay, strange. My spy master. But my spy master is fine. He doesn't hate me, no, just leave him alone. Well, I'm gonna replace him anyways, because he sucks. If that guy comes through. I don't think he did, though. Join court, yes, of course. Wait, to court. Head. Yeah, spy master is not great. And I need one to spy for tech. So, sorry. I'm gonna have you go spy for tech in Byzantium. Also, change you to my capital. This is my capital, correct? Yes, we don't have a frown focus, so we don't get the cool little icon. And it looks like we're winning this war down here. Not too surprised by that. Aren't Byzantium also at war? Fighting against them and who? Don't know. No, they're not. Okay. I thought they started at war with Salerno or someone down here. Well, but it looks like Lombardy does instead. We started in 860. I don't know, 7. Yeah. I thought that'd be the longest start date. Plus, I enjoy it a lot because Vikings fun. Commentator Geraldo of Modigalina has arrived unexpectedly at Firenze, asking for an audience. You suspect the man intends to convince you to join his prosperity faction. And indeed, when you meet at the gates, he's all smile and eager to discuss business. What should I tell him? I can't remember what the prosperity faction does, but sure, we can join it. Sure, we can leave later. Okay. Any claims on anything? Probably not. No. So we're Tuscan. See, Toscano. And yeah, I hope that we can make Tuscany great. So there are Lombards here in our Tuscan region. Some Lombards. Also some Lombards in Genoa, which is strange. But hey, you know. A united Italy is a better Italy. What is our liege, actually? I think he's also a Lombard. Yes, a filthy Lombard. Lot of German kingdoms. Got the Czechs, the Sorbi, the Orbadori. Yeah. Oh yeah, we also have, of course, the 2 Icelands. Duke Adalberto Firenze has left the council meeting, but you can hear a faint call for help. As you go outside, you notice he's laying flat on his face and all bloodied up. He asks you for his aid and to be discreet. Call the others and mock him. No, help him discreetly. Can I make money? No. Not at all. Yeah. Only convert to his culture, which I don't want to do. Let's look at the rest of the world. So this version of HIP, I know there's plenty of them. Some keep India, some deactivate half of it. The one I'm using does deactivate about most of India, because it's not, I don't know, that important comparative to like the bajillion of provinces in Europe which do stuff. There are just a ton of provinces in Europe now. Just a ridiculous amount of them. And it makes it a lot more fun, especially in the northeast. You got all these removed kingdoms. If there is a God, why is the world filled with hardships, grief, and heretics? Well, God has a plan for everything and everyone. And now Rosales. Perfect. Yes, you also got Apostolic, East Syriac. We got all kinds of cool little faiths. Got some Zaidi as well. Comte from of Luca has arrived on Smith at Firenze, asking for an audience. You suspect the man intends to convince you to join his glory. Just join. Yes, I do want to join. Thanks for asking. Low feudal obligation, sure. That is a lot of troops, Milan. What are you doing? Not Milan. Lombardy. You're fighting... that guy? Who else? Wait. You. You're fighting you. Oh, yes. Taking over Bavaria. That's a pretty common thing that happens in the HIP. Is the Lombardians go after Béarn, which is Bavaria, basically. But, you know, localizations and fancy names. I get Béarn. Was I to offer you the position of commander? Do you accept? No, I do not. Thank you, though. Don't fight in others' wars. Sorry. Speaking of, though, are my capitals right? Yeah, it's my capital right here. I want to build a castle town as soon as I can. Get that income going up. We're pretty close to it. It's already not bad income, but like better. Invitation has arrived from Comte Fralmo of Lucca, calling all members of our faction to assemble at Lucca. This would be also be the time to consider whether to call a vote for Comte Fralmo's impeachment as faction leader. Let's just get on with the meeting. Oh, and one other major thing. Hold on, I'll read this first. Speaking to the assembled lords, Conte Formalo denounced the misrule of Duke Alberto and complained of how our rights and liberties were taken away. However, his self-serving arguments failed to capture the audience and only managed to further increase our loyalty to the Duke. So, actually, two things. One of the major things is factions. There are prosperity, tradition, glory, court factions. So these factions aren't hostile to the realm innately. For instance, the prosperity faction currently is friendly to our Duke, but basically what they do is if you have them in good faith, they give you money, give you stuff, etc. They're basically support factions that if you anchor them, then they get, you know, annoyed, they might, you know, call for changes and things, etc. And there's, you know, of course, the glory, who wants glory and stuff, tradition wants tradition, prosperity wants money and gold, and the court wants to keep the court, you know, happy. So, yeah, that's basically that. We also, I don't think there's anything else too crazy. I think there are also a couple extra orders, which we should probably join one. I don't remember which one there is. Old Monastery, Donatus, Donate, Celibacy. Don't really want to be celibate though. So both of these are celibate. The best one I find is Hermetic. Honestly, this is normal CK2 stuff, obviously, but I think it does slightly different stuff at the event-wise. So I think the Benedict is slightly better than normal. I think it's still good in vanilla. Someone got maimed, but I haven't played vanilla in ages, so no idea, honestly. Pepin? What Pepin? What happened to Pepin? No, not Pepin. What happened to Pepin? Pepin die? Comte Pepin accepted roles. Oh, oh, okay, some random Pepin. Never mind. That was Pepin. No, that's like 200 years ago. Man, I am blank on history. You really taking any man in a brawl is widely renowned. Many speak of your prowess and how it could be unwise to pick a fight with you. Gain 100 prestige. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't take prestige for our wedding thing. Also, disease. Ooh, what's going on? Slow fever. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Yes, it also has, I think I have Kaiser's Books and Kaiser's Wonders. So you'll find a bunch of extra wonders littered about, as well as books, which count as treasury items, which I don't have any, as far as I know. But someone here might have one, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe France? Yeah. La de Mesura Musica. The Concerning Measured Music. There's a bunch of different, like, books. It basically just adds a bunch of books, a bunch of wonders and stuff. They're different mods, but both made by Kaiser, which is his a profile name or something. Maybe he just calls them Kaiser's mods. I don't know actually. But I think a couple notable ones are in Europe. There's the Cathedral of St. Peter, as well as the Ankerdom, as well as the Palace of Aachen, as well as, I think there's one up here, it's the Wooden Wall. Yes. The Den Virk, which is basically a dirt wall. So, you know. The greatest Norse invention. But hey, it's something, I guess. And I don't really think there's anything else, really, that I know of, at least. Let's see. Those staged war games and large-scale exercises, I feel confident I can master one of the main military disciplines. Well, what are our troop counts? Basically, we are very heavy infantry focused. Yes, so heavy infantry leader. Because of course, why would I not go heavy infantry? You realize that to become a great fighter, you would need to get in better shape. There's a great path in nearby woods that would be excellent for running. Let's go running. Your ability to take down any man in a brawl is widely... Yep, so another 100 prestige. Nice. And look, we gain Bjorn. Whew, yeah. Big Lombardy. Also, the Dynasty map is pretty... Oh yes, another main thing is the border gore in HIP is pretty bad. Stuff like this happens all the time. So don't be too worried, but you'll see a lot of crazy stuff that just is gross. Stuff that does not make any sense and is worse than that. Stuff like this, or... I don't really think there's too much border gore yet, but you get just weird garbage all over the place. During a particularly heated argument in the council, Cardinal Alberto Abelardo stepped in as you were about to make a fool out of yourself. He was able to argue for your point, not only saving your face, but also winning the argument for you. It is obvious that Alberardo's smooth talking was the sole reason for your success, and denying that fact would likely paint you in a bad light. Well, thank you. We should also probably bless the Jews, because I like board Jews winning, because it's fun. I had a game where they, like, won all the way to Constantinople and killed the Empire. It's pretty fun. But I like having enemies that actually blob a bit, so I like giving a couple lucky rollers out there. Just people who are fun. Make it a hard challenge later, of course, because, you know, they're hard to deal with. Comte Sergio of Prato has arrived unexpectedly at Firenze, asking for an audience. You suspect the man intends to convince you to... Okay, I, again, don't care. Yeah, I also got some weird borders here. Okay, someone got elected. Okay, cool. Cool. Yes, I like the 3 fights for Scotland. To the Avilo, Comte, peacefully with you, decided to accept the position of commander? No. We have the basically the Scottish, then we have the Welsh Scottish, and then we got the Norwegian Scottish. The Gaels, essentially. So we got all the funny funs. And it can be pretty meme when they fight. England tends to be an absolute cluster truck of just insanity. I've seen Muslims invade England. I've seen the Norse win, then lose, then win, then lose. It's just... England's always a mess. I've never seen it stable in HIP. Catholic Moral Authority, I think there was a bug before. I'm not sure if we still have it, but... a bunch of the rulers would always pick realm inheritance instead of the bishop. So moral authority would just tank, and you'd have heresies just everywhere in the Catholic Church. What was just happened? What? Did they become Orthodox? What? Empire just became Orthodox. Well, that's interesting. Don't think I've seen that one before. But, interesting. Hasn't converted anyone, though. And wife's pregnant, so that's good. Very good. Seems like you stripped a couple titles, though, because we just see a ton of titles. What are your... What? You're Carling. Why are you Orthodox Carling? Why is this cursed? Ooh. Ooh. Hip's already working its magic, let me tell you. It might say it's hip, it might say it's immersive and historical, but oh man, it is neither of those. Just as the Holy Roman Empire is neither holy nor Roman or an empire. An invitation arrived from the commentators. Okay, just go. Don't care about this faction garbage. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, Asteria, yeah. Oh. Well, I had my mic muted. I'm really good at this. It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her unburdened child is surely causing most hormonal imbalance that is affecting her mood. Basically, all that happened was I assigned my steward to construction and obviously started building a castle town for my money. And that's about it. Besides that, though, just looking at the world, now it's going to hell in a handbasket already. Just slowly but surely just dying. Insanity. I love it. It's chaos, though. Let's go ahead and just recruit this guy. Why not? Oh, yes. Il Brandino. How about we just go with something less horrible to pronounce? Arturo? Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good son name. Characters owe me a favor. Thanks, but I don't want it. As is tradition, my wife Toda underwent her churching after recovering and cleansing herself from recent pregnancy. Fortunately, her mood was not improved by taking the Holy Communion. Perhaps some old sin is still weighing on her soul. Proud? I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that. She's perceptive, strong, and agile. What's her son? Oh, yes. Another thing I think HIP does, I'm pretty sure, it hides the traits for a little bit. So that you can't see what they are going to be. For a little while. Also, that's a nice flag of... Eh. Ooh, fancy flag. I love that. That's the flag Arlace has in Voltaire's Nightmare for EU4, and it's just the best flag ever. Ask me. It is just solid flag work right there. Northumbria? Yeah. Well, just waiting for a claim at this point. Start is always the slowest, let's be real. Yes. Let's see. Ube surrenders. Facing an humongous loss in his war against the Christians, Conor Ube of East Anglia has bent the knee to Royal Charles II of Francia or Dentialis and converted to the Christian faith. In truth, there are many who say the Norsemen of East Anglia have already taken on many Frankie customs, and that this embracing of a new faith and leads to simply making official is already in truth. Oh, wow, that's cursed. Ooh, okay. Well. So, France now owns Eastern Eastern England. That's It's awful. But that'll be the end of the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and obviously comment down below if you feel like it. And as always, have a good day.